Hello, this is Akhier, and I'm doing another video review for the 7-day roguelike challenge, this time of Rogue Pachinko by DDD Wares. It's a hybrid concept with a visual interpretation of the RNG at work by means of a Pachinko-style interface. Gameplay terms, you interact with the RNG rather than with the character environment. Works on Windows computers, quite convenient. Then here's the README. It basically says the same stuff, and space to start and fire, escape to quit, R to restart, and to beat the dungeon, get to level 13. And here's the game. And this is the thing. Space to start. Oh, it actually... Okay, I think that's just it. It's weird. And this is the game. The first time it looked like it just didn't even move around. Oh, but I managed to get to the next level. But yeah, I had to choose which way or when I released the ASCII little @ symbol. Okay, that didn't work out too well. Doesn't look like I get penalized for just falling off the screen. I haven't fought any monsters yet, I guess. Oop, monster attack. But I go to the next level. The monster is a giant spider with 6 hit points, attacks for 4, defense of 8. I have 32 hit points, attack of 17, defense of 13. Dungeon level 3, turn number 36. Miss, monster deals no damage. Critical hit, player attack, ignores defense. You destroy the That's a good idea. Having a critical hit, just ignore the enemy's defense. I'll have to write that down. You find and drink a strength potion. Feel a cool breeze. You sprain your arm. I'm at 31 HP. Oh. Oh, I did it again. I wasn't meaning to. Okay. Rock hits you on your head. Fairy heals your wounds, your weapon skill increases from practice, and you find and eat some medicinal liquid. I wonder if there's anything for... Well, since there's no penalty for just going to the next level, I'd assume not. Oop, this time it's a ghost. And, okay, critical miss, the monster hit itself, and then hit, and I dealt 10 damage, destroying the monster. That's a thing, I guess. Dang it. Vents are deep. Trigger a trap. And I'm currently a mage. I don't know if that has any... I'd really like it if I was either hitting something or something wasn't. Oh, that's a little easier than I think it should be. Again, I do have a good number... Ooh, a mind flare. That's probably bad for me. Oh, it critical hitted me. And I dealt 1 damage. Critical miss, the monster hurts itself. Okay, and I beat it. Okay. At this point, it's just a matter of trying to hit the dang downstairs symbol. Come on. You drink from a sparkling pool. Guessing maybe the next thing I do determines... No? Okay. There we go. Huh. I was hoping to just hit the downstairs. Oh, that's annoying. I almost hit it, except instead, monster! I definitely like what this does. There we go. Oop, destroyed the monster. You know, for a game where it says you interact with the random numbers, it doesn't... What happens feels a lot more random. Maybe it's just because I'm not getting some kind of underlying thing. Like, maybe some of these things mean something. Except they're all white, so they can't really mean much. Also, it sounds like there's a little bit of background noise. It's kind of like, ooh, but it doesn't have the music. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Because, I definitely have played roguelikes complete silence, but you have some good music. Keeping the tunes around might not be the worst of ideas. At least it's a well-crafted game. Oop, there we go. Okay, miss. Hit player to critical nor defense. Does and destroyed. There we go. And I managed to actually get to the next level on that. Huh. But yeah, despite being the one shooting the ball that's falling on this little Pachinko machine thing, it feels more random. And for how it was advertised, I definitely... Well, yeah, I was expecting something a little skill-based? I guess this is technically skill-based, because you just gotta, like, time it right, shoot it, and then, like, get the thing to follow her, but... Like... Yeah. Huh. Dang it. If I wasn't reviewing this on a video where I feel a slight need to talk, I think I could definitely spend a lot of time. It's not really boring, but there's not much to talk about. Because when the action is happening, it's happening too fast to actually keep up with. It's something where... Oop, I died, and I have no clue why. Why did I die? Okay, it hit, ignored... I must have been low on health or something. Okay, it looks like the first shot has to be straight down. Come on, dang it. At this point, I'm trying to just angle it for dang it. There we go. It's not gonna work too well. That's not gonna work too well either. Looks like I might be able to, if I just wait long enough, time it so I can just like that was bad timing. There we go. Especially with this level, since it's just like, hey, shoot straight at where you want it to go. And it goes. And it goes. Dang it! I didn't mean to shoot it that direction. I thought it was pointing the other. Well, that's annoying. Kind of bounced around and was like, yeah, let's up with that. There we go. Level 4. I think it's at 13. That's not gonna make it down in time. Honestly, it looks like the best strategy is to just try to not hit the pins. Because if you hit the pins, you chance fighting a monster, and if you fight a monster, there's a chance to kill you. Since I can't really tell what any of the specific pins will do for me, I can't really do anything. Like, I'm at H HP. Is that... I'm assuming since, like, even my mage was, like, up in the 40s at one point, I assume that's bad. Oh. Oh, yeah. But, like, the less I actually hit the pins, the better. It's honestly just... because it's not like I'm dealing with the randomness here. If I was dealing with the randomness, it's like there'd be things like instead of like seeing if you hit or not, it's trying to aim for the hit with a bunch of misses. Like I'm trying to think of the name of the skee ball. Like that would be a very good physical game. I don't think you could really do... Well, I guess they've done bowling. Goodness, they could do skee ball. But like skee ball, that would be a good mechanic to see if you hit a monster. And for how much? It's like, just get in with these. It's like, it's a hit. If you get outside of that, it's a miss. And then if you get way outside, it's a crit miss. And then, hey, you managed to get in the very center. That's a crit hit. That would be a very interesting mechanic, actually. You'd have to do it in a 3D game. Like, definitely a little bit more than this. But that would be interesting. I just have to wonder how you would fully integrate it with the roguelike adventure. Would it just be something that pops up whenever you fight a monster, or would it be other things as well? But yeah, this isn't touching the random generator. This is watching the random generator do stuff. Because I have no indication of any of these things being good or bad. Like, if there was like red ones that were like, this causes bad stuff. And then blue ones that are like, this causes good stuff. And then white ones are just, well, we're here, or something. Then it would matter. But as it is, there's not really any decision making. And like, I guess I'm trying to aim to get downstairs, but the best way to do that is to not hit the pins. Is that the point? I guess I just need to... You know what? I'm gonna go Google Pachinko, because I think I know what it means, but let me check. Okay. Yeah, no. I guess it is kind of like Pachinko. But, yeah. In Pachinko, hitting a pin or doing something like that, like in pinball or something, it's generally always a good thing. It's never a negative sort of thing. Here, it's just... Here... It's like the best outcome is just going to the next level, because if you don't, you might die. Like, I'm fighting a skeleton. And now I'm not. So I can't actually look at the stats it had. But like, yeah. The wizard has 12 attack. It's like, I'm down to 15 health. Like, if it ignores my defense, like, I'm basically dead. Sometimes I do the dead thing, but, you know, not always. So overall, it looks like the best way to win is to not play. Oop, there we go, see? Critical hit. Ignores my defense. What's the best thing to do now? Definitely not try to attack. Oop. There, it dealt 2 damage. I'm almost dead. And, can't really do anything about it. I'm almost dead. That's pretty much dead. Unless I can complete the rest of the levels without actually, you know, touching any of the pins, it's very likely that the vampire will just kill me. Which I guess is quite possible to do. Dang it. Okay, it looks like you can't kill yourself. So that's good, because if that was a critical miss... Let's going down... Nope, going down a level doesn't. And yes, Reddit, I know. You have a message for me. I'll get to you after I finish recording this. Dang it. I think this is about the easiest level to beat without touching pins. Next to... Oh, actually no, I think it's even easier than the triangle one because of the triangle having a farther... Dang it. And I was at level 11. Almost. I want to beat it for some reason. Even though it's like... This is probably about the hardest one to achieve. I guess it... Once it hits the side, it kind of just stays on the side, so... maybe it's not that hard. There we go. It doesn't hit where I need it to, but... I wonder if there's even, like... I haven't really noticed. It's like I've found enemies that sound real tough lower levels, and then, like, I'm at level 1, it's like there's a mummy. Is that tough? Is that not? Do their stats just scale a level? Like, I guess there's technically monster variety, which I guess I'll talk about now. If the only variety that I can see in a monster isn't anything important besides the 3 vital stats it's marking over there, then there's no monster variety. It's just different stats. I don't care what you tried to do. It's still just the monster stats. It's like a vampire bat. Okay. Yeah. Let me check on Reddit. Okay, that's cute. I guess of all the things, it's good that it's positive things. Oop, managed to kill it. I guess that's good. But, yeah, like... Oh, it's a golem. What does that mean? I don't know. Like, I have no reference for this game. Like, I know in D&D, golems are magic immune. To extent. Let's see. You generally can't do electricity damage to the iron ones. Flesh ones generally get healed by it because, well, it brought back Frankenstein's monster, so obviously it heals them or something. I don't know. Let's see. They also tend to come in a clay version because that's the original form of golem. That's pretty much upside down. Oop, and I died to the golem. So yeah, I guess it must be a tough one, right? Like, oh, it's a wizard. And I'm a monk. There's only 3 stats I have. There's only 3 stats they have. End of story. There isn't monster variety. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that. That's a bit of a bug. Huh. Okay. That's kind of weird. Dang it. Size and reposition. Go there. And this is the very start screen. There we go. And we're back in the game. I think I'll give this 30 minutes. That's only 10 more minutes. I might chicken out, but as it is, I think I can stand 10 more minutes of this. Anyway, I think I spent a good bit of time when I was making sure it run. Probably average out to about an hour. So I'll get the hour of reviewing. Oh yeah, where was I? Right, because of how the monsters are displayed, there isn't monster variety. There's varying stats to the same thing with different monikers. It's... You know, it's sort of... I want to compare it to the one of the previous games I reviewed, the glass one. In that one, the monsters, I only saw two, but they were very different. I couldn't tell them apart, but they were very different. This one, it's easy. I look over, it's a ghoul. It's not a vampire. But I can't tell them apart mechanically. So it's like separate sides of the spectrum here. The one I couldn't visually tell apart. This one I can't mechanically tell apart. Oh, that was lucky. Okay. I must admit, I do like the game itself. It looks very nice. And, maybe if there was more feedback? Like, what's it say when the bat hit me? Yeah, no, that's a bit of a problem. It's like, I find and drink something. I do something. Something happens. I drink something. It's like those, they describe what I'm doing relatively well. Oh, a zombie attacks. What kind of attack does he do? Apparently critical hits. But, yeah, do you see that? They just, it just hits. The mage, it just hits. Maybe if instead of that, like, if the mage, cast magic missile at me. Or the bat took a bite at my neck. The vampire, took a bite at my neck, I guess would be the same thing. But, like, if their hits had actual flavor text to them. So that actually mattered. Or, well, not mattered, but, like, made a difference. Maybe if they flashed up the same way monster attack does, like, it hits you, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, like, it bites you, blah, blah, blah. The ghoul slashes at you with his grimy claws. Okay, that'd be interesting. But as it is, the play screen's in the center. I generally don't notice what monster's attacking me because that's over to the left. And if I want to play the game, I can't look there very well because I've got to be all about timing and fun stuff like that. Like, to do that, if I want to, takes actually noticing when I can do that. Okay. I wonder if this is gonna show up in the video, but my screens both went black. Okay, I just got a Windows error message thing. Can we get my screen back? Yes. Okay. I really hope that shows up in the video because that was weird. Ooh, okay, yeah, I do notice something it did. Now the outlines are here, so it's actually fitting within the window itself. I don't know what it just did. But I do know I've seen enough. I've seen enough. We can close that. Now let's review Rogue Pachinko. Let me select it. There we go. Okay, let's go first. Completeness. Let's see. Oh, right. The review, each of the categories is on a scale of 1 to 3. 1 being bad. Well, let me rephrase that. 1 to 3. 1 being Generally worse, and sometimes just less roguelike than preferred, especially on the roguelikeness scale, since that means it's not a roguelike. Anyway, let's get on with it. Completeness. Example of this thing is 1 would be buggy, crashes, obviously missing features. 2 is stable, runs, feels feature complete, but missing polish or has noticeable bugs. 3 would be polished, practically bug free. This I'm going to rate a 2 because I've experienced some bugs, and it feels complete, but it definitely could use some more polish so that stuff felt better. Aesthetics. It has what it looks like, the soundtrack in the background, which I really like, and the gameplay. I'm going with a 2 here, which stands for it's got good color and text icon choice and sound, and the controls are intuitive. There's one control. I guess you have to press R to restart, just because if you just press space to restart, you'd end up with someone just kind of jamming space and missing the end screen, I guess. I don't know. This is going to be a hard one. Fun. Skip this one. Worth my time playing, or I would have missed out if I had not played this. It's not a 3, but it's not a 1. It's going to 2 by default. The problem is this is fun. I'd rather retitle this for this specific one Worth My Time, with a score to Worth My Time Playing. I wouldn't quite rate it fun, but then again, I don't like stuff like gambling and slots, and that's basically that's what Pachinko is. It's Japanese slots, basically. So, though to be honest, I'd describe this more of a Peggle type of experience. Again, don't really know much about either of those, so the less I say, the better. But yeah, worth my time playing. I'll go with that. Innovative. Well, it brings... It's a neat twist. The things are hack slash whatever, a neat twist on usual mechanics, and this game brings something fundamentally new. I've done this already. I played the Brawler game previously, and that one it's like, is it innovative for a roguelike? Yeah, it's pretty innovative. Is it innovative for what it is? Not really. If you're going to call your game a brawler or Pachinko, I'm going to partly base it on what you're calling it. And as what it is, it's a neat twist on roguelike, but it's not fundamentally new. I enjoyed it. If it had more polish, I might rate it higher here, just because I'd have a better view of it. Like, oh yeah, this Pachinko mechanic that it's using actually works as a roguelike. But once again, I'll be skipping scope to go down to roguelikeness. It's not a roguelike. I wouldn't even call it an RPG or anything like that. It's bagel. It's Pachinko. It's one of those. It's fun. Enough people play those kind of games that I'm definitely not going to relegate it to non-funness, but it needs to be implemented better. And if you want it to be a roguelike, you need to actually make it a roguelike. It used an @ sign. That doesn't make your game a roguelike. Used character classes that people are familiar with. That just makes it fantasy generic. Used monsters, which fantasy generic. I'll be honest, if it wasn't for the @ symbol, I wouldn't even... It's like, I'd give it a 0. Oh no, I guess a 1 for a roguelike. It has no significant roguelike features or plays nothing like a roguelike. So yeah. Yeah, it's a 1. Anyway, scope. How ambitious was this project? And that's what's actually there and not what's planned. So on a map, what you expect from a 7-day roguelike and beyond what you think could be done in 7 days. This one's slightly harder. I think I'll give it a 2. Because I could definitely... It'd be hard for me to do it, but for someone that actually uses stuff like that more often, I think it would be doable. And something I could expect from someone, especially if they spend their time on it. So yeah, I'll give it a 2. And that's what I got there. And that's what I've got for this game. This is Akhier, and I'm signing off.